You want some?
Oh no.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Starkside. While you're here, please support the channel by hitting the like button, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe as well as the notification bell. Now before we dive into this review, happy holidays guys. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and a great New Year's celebration. Anyway, today we'll be talking about the Marvel Legends Walmart exclusive 2-pack, Luke Cage and Claire Temple. This review does come a bit late because this 2-pack isn't exactly a recent release. It was actually released in 2018, but it's been really difficult getting a hold of this 2-pack here, especially the Luke Cage figure. Regardless, I still want to do this review. Here we have Luke Cage and Claire Temple in the standard Marvel Legends packaging for 2-pack figures. At the front, we have a nice image of the logo for the Luke Cage Netflix series. Nothing at the top. At this side, we have a nice artwork of Luke Cage being shot at here. At the other side, we have a nice image of Claire Temple. At the back, we have a brief bio of these two characters. If you want to read that, you can pause the video. And that's that. Alright, let's get this 2 out of the packaging.
Sweet Christmas.
And here we have Luke Cage and Claire Temple. I've been really wanting to have this Luke Cage as part of my collection for a very long time. I'm actually not looking for the Claire Temple figure, but I guess it's still a nice addition to my collection. I guess this review comes in season as well because there have been rumors, speculations, some talks about whether or not the Netflix shows are part of the greater MCU, if they're MCU canon at all. Spoiler warning for those who haven't seen the Hawkeye finale. According to Vincent D'Onofrio, the Kingpin that we got in Hawkeye is just a continuation of the Kingpin that we got from the Daredevil series in the Netflix shows. So yeah, I do hope that the Luke Cage character from the Netflix series is also brought back for the MCU. Because I think the show is underrated, but it's actually really great. Anyway, sorry guys. Back to the review. Before I talk about the figures themselves, let's go over the accessories. So this 2-pack doesn't really come with any accessories for Luke Cage, which I don't like. I wish they included some alternate hands at the very least. Anyway, it does include a decent amount of accessories for Claire Temple. We got this 3 pairs of alternate hands and this bag accessory. We got 1 pair of regular hands, 1 open hand, and 1 fisted hand. I like the sculpt of these hands, nice flesh tone and everything. We also got these gloved hands, so these are surgical gloves as she is a nurse. These are sculpted nicely and I'm liking this baby blue color here for the paint apps. We also get these claws for her. I think these are called Tekokagi. I recall her wielding this against the hand in Iron Fist. You get these nice details here on the sculpt. Nice clean silver paint apps as well. We also get this bag accessory here. The sculpt and paint apps on this bag look great. I mean, they even painted this silver in the buckles here, so I do like that a lot. Taking a closer look at the figures themselves, starting off with the Claire Temple figure. I love the head sculpt that we get here. I think this captures the likeness of Rosario Dawson. Hasbro did a really good job here. I think this was just a year after they started using new photoreal technology, which I think was 2017. Anyway, I'm loving the flesh tone that we're getting here. And the hair is done very well. Wow. I like this black paint apps that they chose for the hair. I think it's done really well. Looking at the rest of the figure, I'm liking what we got here. From what I remember, this outfit here is actually when she appeared in Iron Fist. That's probably why the claws were included. I'm liking the sculpt of this upper torso here. Really nice. We get these little details here, like the collar and the wrinkles all around the corners here. The black paint apps here look very clean for the most part. One thing that did bother me a little is that I remember Claire to be a little bit thicker in the series. This figure here makes her look slimmer than when I remember her from the Netflix shows. It could also be that the head is a bit bigger than necessary here, but yeah, I do remember her to be a bit thicker. The arms look good as well. I like the solid black paint apps here. Nice legs at the bottom too. Nice shoes as well. This looks great. They even painted a little bit of skin between the edge of the pants and the shoes. Taking a closer look at the Luke Cage figure, I love what we're getting here. I think this head sculpt here really looks like my Coulter. Wow. I think what I like most about this head sculpt is the flesh tone. It looks gorgeous. Nice sculpted beard here, by the way. Looking at the rest of the figure, we're getting the modern iconic outfit for Luke Cage here. So this isn't his classic costume. The classic costume did appear in the series, but yeah, as far as I know, we don't have any MCU figure for that as of today. Wow, I'm loving the wrinkles we get all over his yellow shirt here. I love that the paint apps here look very clean, and it's just this bright yellow here. Wow. Looking at the back of the figure, yep, more wrinkles, clean paint apps. Nice, nice. The arms are done very well too. Wrinkles and muscles and everything. On his left arm, we get this wristwatch, which you can remove, so I think you can consider this as an accessory. And I think this watch looks great. Nice sculpted details and silver paint apps and everything. You can also use this watch on the Doctor Strange figure if you want to recreate the final scene from his first movie where he looks at the broken watch. Moving on, we get this nice denim jeans here for Luke, and I like what we get here. I'm loving the denim texturing here. We get some nice stitching at the side and all. More wrinkles. Nice boots as well. Overall, I'm satisfied with the paint apps and sculpt on both of these figures. Let's go over the articulation for this figure. So for Claire, I was actually surprised that the hair sculpt didn't hinder the articulation. Anyway, Claire can look up that far and can look down as well. Her head does rotate. Just a little bit of forward backward shifting motion there, and some little neck pivot as well. Her arms can bend upward that far, so just a little over the 90-degree mark, and they can bend down all the way as well. Her shoulders rotate 360. She has no bicep swivel, but we do get rotation here. Single jointed elbow, so that's a bummer. Her wrists do rotate and move up and down, so this wrist articulation here is the same for her other alternate hands. She has a diaphragm pivot that allows her to move sideways, bend forward but not that much, and backwards a lot. She has no waist swivel, which I noticed is common for a Marvel Legends female figure. Her legs kick forward that far and a little bit backwards as well. Her hips move outward only that far, so I do wish the hips could move outward a little bit farther. She has an upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, her ankles move up and down, and she has an ankle pivot as well. For Luke Cage, so Luke can look up that far and can look down as well. His head does rotate, just a little bit of forward backward shifting motion there, and some little neck pivot as well. His arms can bend upward very far over the 90-degree mark, and they can bend down all the way as well. His shoulders do rotate 360. He has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. His wrists rotate and move up and down. He has an ab crunch forward and backward as well. That looks great. He has a waist swivel. His legs can kick forward very far and a little bit backwards. His hips move outward very far. This looks great. He has an upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. His ankles move up and down, and he also has ankle pivot. Now for some figure comparisons, here's Luke Cage and Claire Temple next to the Netflix Daredevil and the Far From Home Spider-Man. I would have compared him with my Jessica Jones and Punisher figures, but I don't have them physically with me right now. Anyway, I think the heights on these figures line up pretty well, and I do hope to see them together on screen, especially Luke Cage and Spider-Man. So that's my review of the Marvel Legends Walmart exclusive Luke Cage and Claire Temple. I think both of these figures have great paint apps, great sculpt. For articulation, I think the articulation on the Luke Cage figure was great. Claire's could have been better, especially with the diaphragm pivot and the hip articulation. Accessories were really lacking, well, none for Luke, but a decent amount for Claire. If you're wondering where I got these figures, I ordered them off a local toy store here in the Philippines called K Viper Collectibles. If you want to check that out, there's a link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of these figures. Let me know what you think of my review. Please leave a comment below. And if you like this video, hit that like button, and if you still haven't, hit that subscribe, as well as the notification bell. You can also follow me on social media, links in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy New Year!